Hej, siemano wam ludzie, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale i kontynuujemy Black Mirror 2. Mamy rozdział 3, dotarliśmy w końcu do Willow Creek. Znajdujemy się przed hotelem, w którym zatrzymała się Angelina. Flagi.
3 flags hanging here. England, Great Britain, and the European Union. The last one's gotta be there, just for the foreign tourists.
Niestety Wielka Brytania odeszła z Unii Europejskiej, wprowadziła Brexit i tak dalej, i tak dalej. No cóż.
The words Gordon's Palace have just been simply printed onto the awning. Cheap.
Okej. Mamy też bluszcz. Teoretycznie moglibyśmy po nim wejść do góry.
Wow, the ivy must be at least 100 years old. It's already climbed up the whole building.
Dobra, czy coś jeszcze znajdziemy na zewnątrz?
A large bird bath made from imitation marble. It's full of water and I can't see a damn bird for miles. The hotel lobby's in there behind the tall windows. Very grand for such a small country hotel.
Dobra, czyli tak naprawdę obejrzeliśmy sobie cały hotel od zewnątrz. Wejdźmy do środka. Spotkamy zapewne recepcjonistę.
Oh, a new guest! Welcome to Gordon's Palace. My name is Murray.
Hello. I'm looking for a young woman who's spending some time here. Maybe you've seen her?
Yes, maybe I have, but maybe I haven't. You have to understand, this is a discreet hotel. I can't talk about my guests.
So, she's a guest here.
As I said already, a discreet hotel.
Almost dead, one could say.
It's off-season right now. It'll get busier. This is the best hotel in Willow Creek and a place with history. This was once the sanatorium of the dreaded Robert Gordon, the Dr. Frankenstein of Willow Creek.
Oh yeah?
Yes, yes. He was the uncle of Samuel Gordon, the maniac murderer. Everyone thought squeaky clean Sir Robert was a respectable doctor. But in reality, he conducted illegal experiments on the sanatorium's patients. Very nasty goings-on.
And then someone thought it would make a great hotel.
Of course, of course. Immediately after the murders 12 years ago, the tourists came in throngs. They wanted to see everything. But where could they stay the night? There wasn't a hotel. So, I bought this building. The patients were taken away straight after the incident, of course. Some also escaped. So, anyway, I bought the house, had it renovated, and now it's the best hotel in the place. How many nights did you say you wanted?
Actually, I just wanted to know if you've seen this young lady. Her name is Angelina Morgan.
Now, I can't talk to strangers about guests. The hotel's reputation, you see.
I see. And if I were a guest myself, then...
Then, of course, we could have a little chat about who else has a room here at the moment.
Alright then. A room, please. For, let's say, 2 nights to start with.
Very well. That'll be £90.
90 funtów za 2 doby? Sporo pieniędzy. Ale biorąc pod uwagę fakt, że jest to hotel zrobiony z sanatorium, w którym doszło do zbrodniczych morderstw, no to nie ma się co dziwić, że cena jest taka wygórowana.
So, what about Angelina? Is she here?
The young lady checked in here a few days ago. Room 13, right next to yours, sir. However, I haven't seen her since yesterday morning.
Thank you. Room 13, that's down this corridor?
Yes, sir, your room is number 12. You do, of course, understand that I can't let you into the lady's room. As you know, the hotel has a reputation to uphold.
Huh. This takes me a step closer. I know Angelina was here. Perhaps I'll find some clues as to what she found out and who didn't like it.
Dobra, wiemy, że Angelina tutaj była. Dostaliśmy klucz do pokoju numer 12. No dobra, za chwilę się tam udamy. Ale jeszcze chcę się rozejrzeć w tym pomieszczeniu. Mamy buteleczkę.
A bottle of schnapps. Maybe I could grab it while Murray's not looking.
Tak. Tylko najpierw byśmy musieli coś zrobić, żeby on się odwrócił.
Murray seems to have just been eating something. I'm guessing that he's the only employee in his hotel, so he can't just go and leave his position at the counter to go and eat. The knife hasn't been used. I'll take it. Maybe I can still find a use for it.
Dobra, nóż wzięliśmy. Piersiówki nie da się wziąć, dopóki Murray patrzy na ten stolik. W jakiś sposób będziemy musieli go wywabić na zewnątrz. Mamy też wózek hotelowy.
That's one of those things they use in big hotels to carry cases on. I find it rather hard to imagine them having hotel porters here.
Dobra, na stoliku nic więcej nie ma. Mamy też pamiątki, pocztówki.
What the? A cheap plastic mask of Samuel Gordon. Toy knife with blood-stained blade. And the worst thing is that you can bet that some of my fellow humans actually buy this stuff.
Nie ma to jak zwykły chwyt marketingowy. Sprzedawać takie pamiątki. To ludzi przyciąga.
A stand with what looks like tasteless postcards from tourists. They show either pictures of the village or blood-stained knives. Here's one with a screaming woman on it.
Okej, pocztówek wziąć się nie da. Pamiątek też nie.
A whole row of old-fashioned lockboxes. Although they're only made of wood, they look like they're still tricky to break open. Angelina checked in here and is staying in room 13. The guest book probably can't tell me much more.
Okej, my mamy klucz do pokoju numer 12. Angelina jest zaraz obok. Jeżeli nie uda się wejść do jej pokoju, może uda się zrobić to przez balkon. Jest to typowe w grach przygodowych. Dobra, mamy kilka opcji dialogowych. Wypytajmy się o wszystko.
What's that then? A soul key?
They are powerful, magical artifacts. After the murders 12 years ago, the police seized documents from the castle. Amongst them were also pictures of these soul keys. Samuel Golden must have been nigh on obsessed by them. The police believe that Samuel had several of them.
Perhaps the devil himself gave him the order to do it.
Perhaps. What's for certain is that he killed for it, and that the keys, assuming they ever existed, disappeared when he committed suicide.
And what has that got to do with this plastic trash?
That's no trash! Do you know how expensive it was to produce thousands of these and ship them here? Pal, that cost me a fortune.
Thousands! How many have you sold?
Put it this way, I won't need to reorder in the near future. Even though they're so fantastic, but they even light up when you put a battery in them.
Oh, awesome!
No tak, typowe świecące zabaweczki. Bardziej bym podejrzewał, że dzieci będą chętne, żeby to kupić, niż dorośli. Dorośli może takie właśnie maski.
What's that castle out there on the hill?
That's the famous Black Mirror Castle, ancestral home of the Golden family. There are few buildings here that have a history as fascinating and blood-soaked.
Why, what happened there?
What didn't happen there, more like? Every imaginable abomination. Murder, torture, witch burning, dark rituals, devil worship, everything.
Yeah, sure. And that's not just what you tell the tourists to make this place more interesting.
Well, perhaps it's not quite that bad, but what the people say is true. That castle is cursed. That much is certain.
Cursed.
Just look at the Gordons, an ancient family that's gonna die out, one blow of fate after the other. The latest events alone. Around 25 years ago, there was a fire in the castle, and Master Samuel lost his young wife in the flames. 12 years ago, the eldest Gordon committed suicide. He jumped from the castle tower. After that came Robert's murder and Samuel's suicide. The last surviving Gordon is Lady Victoria. She's already about 90. When she dies, one of the oldest families in England dies with her.
Sounds like bad luck, but not necessarily a curse.
It is! The castle is cursed. It makes the people crazy. How else are you going to explain one Gordon after the other completely losing it?
Some mental illnesses are hereditary. And if it's an old noble family, incest may also play a role.
Yeah. Or natural radioactivity, or poisonous groundwater. That's all far-fetched. It's a curse. Everyone knows that.
Okej, biorąc pod uwagę fakt, że zamek jest zamieszkany przez Lady Victorię, na pewno będzie wiedziała coś więcej na temat naszej matki. W końcu tam pracowała.
What can you tell me about this place?
Willow Creek. It's the nest in which I was born. Just like all the others you see around here. No one moves to here. Either you're born here and stay, or you're born here and leave. It can't keep hold of the youngsters anymore. They want to be in the city. The place is dying out.
Is there anything special to see here?
The museum, of course. I was significantly involved in setting it up. It's even on my land, which I've leased for a small, appropriate fee, of course. Go into the village. You won't miss it. We set it up once the flow of tourists dried up. You need to offer the people something, after all. We redesigned the rear part of the museum last year. Now it's got a lot more zip. It was my idea. None of the other people in the village have got any idea about business.
And
You have to speculate to accumulate. You're not going to attract tourists with a couple of clay pots and carpets, are you?
how can you attract tourists?
With a show! You need to give them something. We've got 5 gruesome murders here, an old family full of maniacs, a dark curse. There must be some capital in that.
Doesn't seem to have worked all that well so far.
Alas, no. Many didn't get involved. Said you should let the dead rest in peace. We won't get anywhere like that.
Of course not.
During the first few months after the murders, it was looking really good. The papers wrote about our murders all the time. Loads of free publicity. They came from all over. Buses full. But then, well, the hype died down.
Ooh, how tragic. Hey, perhaps a couple of people should be killed every season. Then you'll get more press.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about it. You haven't invested all your savings. But I'll have the last laugh. This place is gonna be on the up again.
What did you say this building used to be?
The old Ashbury Sanatorium. The legendary, the gruesome, the unfathomable sanatorium of the crazy Robert Gordon.
I see.
Sir Robert was Samuel Gordon's uncle on his father's side. He lived in the castle and was, of course, like all Gordons, completely insane. He conducted experiments on the patients here in the sanatorium. Illegal experiments. Terrible experiments.
And no one noticed.
He mostly did it at night, alone. He only had one accomplice in the village, Dr. Herman. Both were murdered before their schemes were uncovered. But strange things have been happening since their deaths. People claim to have seen spectral apparitions in these corridors and sounds that come out of the ground.
Sure, and that's probably written large on the front of your flyers, right? A couple of ghosts would surely be good for business. It's just a shame it's absolute moonshine.
Może to sranie w banie. My spędzamy tutaj 2 doby. Mam nadzieję, że się o tym przekonamy. Czy faktycznie są tutaj duchy?
What else can you tell me about Angelina?
Don't know. Nice girl. Seems to be out a lot. Always went off for a couple of hours, then back to her room, then out again.
Did you notice anything? Was she nervous? Afraid?
No, not really. She seemed to be a bit stressed, tense, and always in a hurry. That's just what young people are like.
Did you call the police when she didn't come back last night?
Why should I? She paid up front, everything's fine.
Oh yeah, everything's fantastic. She might be bleeding to death in the woods or in the hands of violent kidnappers, but she paid up front.
Calm down. Nothing will have happened to her. Absolutely nothing's happened here for 12 years, unfortunately.
Niestety. Klucz do pokoju Angeliny.
Couldn't you perhaps give me Angelina's room key?
If you buy the hotel and let me retire, then we can talk about it.
And if I forget a 50-pound note on the counter, would you go outside to look at the pretty pictures on it in the daylight?
Young man, this is a quality hotel. I can't and won't allow its reputation to be damaged.
No one will notice. There's not a soul here.
You can't bribe me, and that's that.
Thanks for the chat, Murray.
My pleasure.
Okej, będziemy musieli wykombinować inny sposób, żeby zdobyć klucz. Tak samo tą piersiówkę. Chodźmy zatem do naszego pokoju.
Room 13. That's Angelina's room. And that's my room, number 12. First I'll get rid of this rucksack, and then I need to find a way to get into Angelina's room.
Albo przez balkon, jeżeli takowy jest w naszym pokoju, albo po tym bluszczu, który był na dworze.
That's better.
Okej, mamy ścianę.
Strange. The wall doesn't look like it belongs here. Looks temporary to me. It's pretty dark back there. But it looks like the passage simply hasn't been renovated.
Może uda się później tam w jakiś sposób dostać. Okej, mamy rego, mamy też popielniczkę.
The idea is very much that you sit yourself in this armchair, read one of the books from over there, while quietly smoking a pipe or a cigar. Judging by the ashtray, it looks like that hasn't happened for some time though. It's sparkling clean. There's only a box of matches lying in it.
Pudełko zapałek.
Allardyce matches. Sounds like there's still a few in here.
Kilka sztuk może nam się przydać. Która jest godzina? Za 15:01 chyba.
A wooden clock with a glass cover and some carving on it. Huh. What's that? The clock's just an imitation. It can't be wound up. Probably a cheap electronic clock with batteries. Let's see. A few crime stories, poetry collections, fairy tales, horror stories. Just the thing for a relaxing night in a hotel. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna have one of those.
Z regału nic się wziąć nie da. O, mamy też gazetę.
There's a newspaper lying on the glass table. Maybe a service for the guests. Oh no, can't be. The paper's already several weeks old. Probably so little going on here that Murray hardly ever gets back here to tidy up. Nothing's older than yesterday's paper, but I don't have to read it. I think I'll just take a few pages.
Okej, wzięliśmy zapałki, wzięliśmy kilka stron gazety. Pewnie to będzie podpałka. Podpałka, żeby rozniecić jakiś ogień. Okej, możemy zejść do recepcji, ale ja bym chciał zobaczyć, czy mogę wejść do naszego pokoju.
That's my room. Like all the rooms here, a converted cell. It doesn't really feel all that friendly and it's...
Dobra, tam się wejść nie da.
Angelina's room's locked. I need to get...
Tu też się wejść nie da. Czyli chyba nie pozostaje nic innego, jak zejść do recepcji i spróbować w jakiś sposób zdobyć klucz do pokoju numer 13. Ale tak, żeby go zdobyć, musielibyśmy wywabić Mareya. I chyba da się to zrobić wtedy, kiedy wyjdziemy na zewnątrz. No bo tak, wzięliśmy gazetę, mamy zapałki, może uda się tutaj na przykład te liście zapalić. Kupa liści.
I've got the crumpled newspaper in the middle, next to the leaves which aren't so wet.
No tak, właśnie przez chwileczkę się zastanowiłem, czy te liście będą się paliły. Mamy tutaj kałużę, więc musiało niedawno padać. Liście też na pewno są mokre. No ale skoro Darren powiedział, że w środku są suche liście, no to dobrze. Oranżeria. Z samochodem nic nie możemy zrobić, nie jest interaktywny. No dobra, podpalmy liście.
The newspaper's lit. The leaves next to it are just charring. They're not gonna burn, they're too damp for that.
No właśnie, dokładnie. Ale liście się palą, przynajmniej te w środku. Teraz, kiedy powiemy Marejowi, słuchaj, przed twoim hotelem jest pożar. Na pewno wyjdzie gasić.
Murray, there's smoke outside. I hope the hotel isn't gonna burn down around our heads.
Bugger! Oh!
Mam nadzieję, że dłuższą chwilę go nie będzie. Mnie interesuje tylko ta butelka i klucze.
Voila, a bottle of alcohol.
Chyba, że da się wziąć coś jeszcze.
It's probably.
No nie.
As long as Murray's outside putting out the fire, I can take Angelina's key unnoticed.
Okej, o to nam chodziło.
Now we'd like to have that. The key for room number 13. Hopefully I might find some evidence of Angelina's whereabouts in her room.
Też mam taką nadzieję. Marej zapewne za chwilę wróci, ale oczywiście się nie zorientuje. No bo jak? Jest zbyt zajęty... No właśnie.
Those little brats! They've no idea how dangerous that is. They should...
the young are really bad.
No właśnie, chciałem powiedzieć, jestem ciekaw, że powie, że było to celowe podpalenie. Na szczęście zwalił wszystko na dzieciaki. Zobaczmy, czy znajdziemy tam Angelinę. Nie zapominajmy, kiedy dzwoniła do Darrena, strasznie krzyczała, nagle telefon się urwał. Może coś jej się stało. Okej, nie ma jej. Łóżko jest pościelone, więc prawdopodobnie nie dzwoniła z tego pokoju.
Let's see. A few clothes hangers, a clothes rail, a few drawers. Everything empty and squeaky clean. Also, when I look...
W szafie nic nie ma.
thick, heavy, and very old-fashioned bedspread. There are woolen threads around the edges.
Obszyta włóczką.
I can't take the cover, but I can take the wooden thread as a souvenir. It wouldn't be the first time something like that had come in useful.
Okej, mamy kawałek sznurka. Ale ogólnie zamknij drzwi na korytarz. Za chwilę pójdzie Marej, zobaczy, że się tutaj wkradłeś. No i będziesz miał przerąbane.
A thick-walled but relatively squat glass. You'd normally be drinking a drop of the hard stuff out of this kind of glass.
Na przykład whisky z kolą.
Interesting. Several cut lemons, and there's a sliver of wood stuck in one of them.
Pewnie zwykła wykołaczka.
She didn't eat the lemons, that much is clear.
Ale kawałka drewna wziąć się nie da.
Here's a few sheets of writing paper. Now, did Angelina make any notes about her investigations? The paper looks complete.
Kaloryfer. Zdjęcie Angeliny, które my wykonaliśmy.
What's that? One of the pictures I took of Angelina. That's gotta be a clue for me. So it is. There are a few white notes on the back of the picture.
Jakieś tajemnicze notatki. Mam nadzieję, że nie będą to kolejne puzzle do złożenia.
Strange. There are 2 sheets of writing paper, folded twice, but there's nothing on them. Either it's a secret message written in invisible ink, or the empty pages themselves are some kind of clue. But right now, though, I have no idea myself.
Może wystarczy to połączyć z cytryną, nie? O, mogę wlać alkohol. Aha, już chyba wiem, co będziemy musieli zrobić. Wyłożymy tutaj sznurek
The glass is half full.
i zrobimy prowizoryczną świeczkę.
Great. The woolen thread is acting like a wick and soaking up the alcohol. Looks like I've rediscovered the world's oldest artificial light source.
Za chwilę włączy się alarm przeciwpożarowy.
Awesome. My little fire's lit. It was working like that 10,000 years ago, too. Now what do I do with it?
No właśnie, nie zaczać się. Mam nadzieję, że to pomoże w odczytaniu wiadomości.
So, let's see.
Chociaż przez chwilę myślałem, że cytryna wystarczy.
At last. There's Angelina's message.
Okej, przeczytajmy to.
Sunday, 1600. I don't know what's
supposed to be so special about Willow Creek. It all seems so forlorn, poor and desolate. Hopefully I won't have to disappoint Darren. He's helped me so much and I only now hope that I can help him too. Sunday, 9 p.m. That Porter Murray is a damned shark. He had money off me for every single bit of info. I'm not doing that again. I'll go to the library tomorrow, and there's supposed to be a town museum too.
Oh man. Reginald Boris. Angelina had been doing some research, and Boris had caught her at it. Now, he's holding her prisoner, and... Does he want to lure me to him? In Maine, he wanted to take me on a journey. Is this all about me? Whatever the reason for all this might be, Angelina doesn't have anything to do with it. She's got into danger because she wanted to help me. It's my fault if something happens to her. I ought to go into the village and listen around. Angelina was there. But I need to be careful. I don't know who might belong to this order that Angelina warned me about.
Angelina coś pisała o jakimś symbolu. Czy będę mógł teraz wejść do swojego pokoju?
I'm not gonna allow myself a nap while I still haven't found Angelina.
Nie możemy. Okej. Chodźmy w takim razie do miasta.
No. I don't know what I could ask.
Popytajmy się ludzi, czy widzieli Angelinę. Willow Creek. Wpadła w kłopoty. Wow. Dlaczego ona się nas tak wystraszyła?
We all know that old one.
What do you mean?
A young, attractive lady is carrying a stack of books and lets them fall at the feet of the hero.
Excuse me? I'm the librarian here, so it's quite right that I should be carrying books around the place. Young? Attractive? Well, I'll accept that. But why do you consider yourself to be a hero?
You're the librarian? Oh, then you can definitely tell me something worth knowing about this place, Miss,
Valley. You're American?
Okej. Mamy nową przyjaciółkę.
Darren Michaels. Do I really sound American?
Oh yes, now let me see. Your accent is non-rhotic, That is, you don't sound the phoneme R at the end of a syllable or before consonants. And you have hard A sounds. That's the famous Boston accent.
Awesome! I really do come from Boston.
I've spent half my life in books, so something has to have stuck.
So then you can probably tell a damn Yankee something about Willow Creek?
What do you want to know?
W sumie tak naprawdę chciałbym wiedzieć wszystko. Black Mirror, Willow Creek, sanatorium.
The castle nearby, isn't that the famous Black Mirror castle?
It certainly is. Its inhabitants have influenced things around here for centuries. Sometimes for the good, sometimes rather more negatively.
How do you mean that?
Everything around here belongs to the Gordons. In the old days, virtually everything that went on here was all decided in the castle. Just what could happen in the village, and what could not.
And who lives in the castle today?
Lady Victoria Gordon, the last of the Gordons, her old butler Bates, and her late brother's widow, Lady Eleanor. I think there are a few other servants too.
A, czyli w zamku mieszka więcej ludzi.
That's the obligatory village pub. It never was a great place, but since the old landlord left, it really has gone downhill. The new landlord is Tom, the chap at the chili stall. The fair will be here for a few more days yet, but I wouldn't bet that it'll be coming back again.
Well, is there anything about Willow Creek that's worth knowing?
Not a lot. There must have been a settlement there for a good 1,000 years or so. They found remains dating back that far.
Yeah, a stone circle in a forest. So I've heard.
Yes, there's one of those. It really only kind of got going around the 13th century when there was a monastery built in the neighborhood. Also a church and the first part of a castle.
And more recently?
You're talking about the murders. That's 12 years ago now. Let's not talk about those.
Przechodzimy na drugą stronę. A tutaj jest za 10:15, za 10:03.
Back there by the town hall is my empire, the library. Perhaps it's because there's otherwise so little going on here. There are plenty of people who like to and who do read a lot. Sadly, often all the wrong things. Trashy stuff and the cheapest pulp lit are in high demand.
Sanatorium.
I'm staying at the Gordon's Palace Hotel.
Really? You're letting yourself get ripped off by that old so-and-so Murray?
The building is supposed to have had a terrible past.
That's true.
It would seem that all of the male Gordons were a little bit crazy.
The curse of the Gordons.
Please don't tell me you believe in all that hokum.
I never used to.
You English. You like your ghost stories and all that a little too much.
Czego jeszcze się dowiemy? Wszyscy w Willow Creek wierzą w klątwę Gordonów. Tylko my do tego podchodzimy sceptycznie.
That's the museum. If you want to know more about Willow Creek, then that's the place to be. At least in the front bit.
What's in the back?
The newly opened Black Museum. Cheap special effects animation. Horror and titillation at others' expense.
Zakon. Muzeum.
Can you help me with the symbol? A tree where the roots reach around and up into the branches. That mean anything to you?
Where do you know that from?
You know something about it?
You ought to forget about it again as soon as possible.
I stumbled across it in Maine, and now I'd like to know if it...
Maine? You come... But you said Boston. I've still got something to finish. Good day.
Miss Valley, listen!
Co ja takiego powiedziałem, że ona się aż tak przeraziła?
And she's gone. What was that all about?
Kiedy zapytałem o symbol, nagle poszła sobie. Przestała nam ufać. Mega dziwne. Szyld muzeum.
Willow Creek Museum. That sign must have cost the townsfolk quite a bit.
No dobra, skoro już tutaj jesteśmy, to chyba nie pozostaje nam nic innego, jak wejść do muzeum. Możemy się też cofnąć do hotelu.
The flight was supposed to be cheap, but the airport is in the middle of nowhere. The taxi here was more expensive than a private jet.
Calm down, Albert.
And on top of that, your friend's guidebook is totally out of date.
You were happy that we didn't have to buy one. No one could have guessed that so much would change here within a few years.
Yeah. Just shut up, okay?
Mieliśmy okazję podsłuchać rozmowę. Ulotki.
Postcards, brochures, and advertisements from Willow Creek.
Dobra. Widzę, że mamy tutaj kilka punktów interaktywnych, na przykład beczka, piec, globus, rozbita gablota.
Broken display cabinet. Nothing in it, of course.
Czyli coś tam musiało być, ktoś to ukradł, coś bardzo cennego. Może coś z zamku?
I don't really understand why there's a globe here. I bet most of the people here haven't even seen the neighboring village, let alone the rest of the world. A barrel, like the ones all over the village. I guess there used to be a blossoming barrel industry here. An old cast iron stove. Does that belong to the exhibition? I doubt it.
Pewnie ciągle działa, ale palenie w piecu w takim miejscu, gdzie jest podłoga drewniana i w ogóle wszystko jest z drewna, no to chyba nie jest najlepszy pomysł. Kanka na mleko.
And here you can see the world famous milk churns of Willow Creek.
Pamiętam, że jak byłem mały, to też właśnie rodzice w takich kankach mleko przynosili.
Yay, a treasure chest. I found the treasure. Now I'm rich. Looks like a cross between a Roman chariot and a lawnmower. I study physics, not agriculture. I have no idea what that is.
No może właśnie to, o czym pomyślałeś.
A picture of a barn in the fog. I don't think the sun ever shines here in Hicksville. Eddie would have fun with this shelf. There are normal plates, painted plates, decorated plates, and glasses with soil. I don't really want to know anymore.
Okej, ale to tak naprawdę nas nie interesuje. Mamy gablotę z jakąś księgą.
There's just that big book in the cabinet. What does it say on the plate? Gordon Family Chronicle. Hey, that might be interesting.
Dobra, mamy klucz. Mamy jakiś medal.
This page is full of medals. There's a bit of text there too. And therefore our brotherhood should operate in the spirit of this great man for all time. It shall serve beyond the dominion of the church, free of all the conventions, and over and above all earthly jurisdiction. Commit yourselves only to your one aim, that you may take control of that higher power. Our great strength lies in our secrecy. We stand in the darkness, in the shadows, and look into the light, invisible to all who may impede us. For if no one knows we exist, then we cannot be stopped. Therefore, my brothers, hold to these rules. The members of the order shall not be known to one another. only the high priest of the order shall be able to call every member by name and rank. At order assemblies, every brother shall be masked so that none may recognize him. No outsider may be informed by the order, neither purposely nor through carelessness. Be wary, my brothers. Behave inconspicuously, but be wary. The day on which you must prove yourselves will come sooner than you think. Not very fruitful. I still don't know what the order's aim is, but it seems to be one single big aim. It's gotta be on the pages before these. I've gotta get that chronicle somehow.
Dobra, mamy nową notatkę, czyli pewnie kolejny cel. Krzesło.
I'm not sure if this chair is supposed to be for exhausted or knowledge-hungry visitors. An ancient sewing machine. I bet they sewed the curtains here with it, and then just left the thing standing where it was.
Dobra, widzę, że to muzeum się ciągnie jeszcze tam dalej. O, Muzeum Zła. Pogadajmy z tymi turystami.
Excuse me. Hi. I've just arrived in Willow Creek. Have you got any tips for me? Is there anything worth seeing?
Are you also a tourist?
Yes. You could say that.
Well, we actually wanted to take a look at the notorious sanatorium today, but some kind of freak has made a hotel out of it, and the guy at the reception tried to pawn us off with some cheap tourist rubbish. Like we were thrill seekers.
Exactly, Albert. And then he says that the ghost of this Samuel Gordon still haunts the castle. You can see him at night at the windows of the burned wing. Really spooky.
Laughable. Anyway, we came here afterwards. We'd expected a bit more from a black museum. We'll go and see the castle afterwards. Hopefully, that's at least worth looking at.
Thanks for the information. Well, enjoy the rest of your holiday.
Thank you, you too.
Ale zamek wciąż jest zamieszkany. Raczej wątpię, żeby Lady Victoria była chętna, żeby wpuszczać tam po prostu turystów i ich oprowadzać po swoim domu. Spis, maszyna do pisania.
An endlessly long history of Willow Creek. Let's see. Willow Creek's underworld. The village of Willow Creek was founded during the time of the ancient Romans. Even back then, the river often broke its banks, turning the surrounding area into marshland. A few years after the foundations were laid, a small drainage system was constructed, which managed to alleviate the problem for many centuries. In the Middle Ages, the drainage system fell into despair and was largely forgotten. However, in the year 1867, Werner Gordon ordered the construction of a completely new drainage system in order to put a stop to the growing number of floods and resultant crop failures. This made it possible to keep the parts of the surrounding area dry and prevent the river from flooding again. Next to it is a little illustration of where the water's redirected when the level gets too high. And what's that? There's an old bunker from the Second World War here too, directly connected to the drainage system. Sounds quite... I'm not gonna touch it, unlike the hordes of tourists before me. Huh. What's that? An escritoire without a lock puzzle. It's gotta be an old model.
Mamy jakąś układankę. Ale nie możemy nic z tym zrobić.
The pictures show farmers at work in the fields. Apart from that, I can't see anything.
W sumie takie nieciekawe to muzeum. Chodźmy do Muzeum Zła. Tam na pewno więcej rzeczy dowiemy się o rodzie Gordonów. A, mamy przyciski. Czyli możemy sobie tutaj wcisnąć. Będzie jakaś interakcja, inscenizacja miejsca zbrodni. Ale zobaczcie, to jest wszędzie chyba Samuel Gordon. Wilk do mięsa. Dobra, zobaczmy jak to działa. Dość ciekawe. Szczerze powiedziawszy, spodziewałem się czegoś więcej.
The madman Samuel Gordon murdered the respected Dr. Heinz Herman in a bloody frenzy. He decapitated the popular doctor in his own home, near to the village. This seems to be about the murder of a boy. The youngest victim of the series of murders was the 12-year-old Vic V. He was brutally murdered at a stone circle in the forest, not far from the... Here are some pictures of the stone circle. Witness accounts. It looks like people assumed it was a ritual murder at first. Heavy metal.
Nic ciekawego.
A shredding machine? What's that all about? Shredding machine from the garden of Black Mirror Castle. Who do the mysterious traces of blood on the inside of the shredding machine belong to? What kind of gruesome stories could this machine tell us about its former owner? In what kind of bloodthirsty crime did a mystery that will probably never be BS?
Okno obrotowe.
The window is locked and alarmed.
Dobra, czyli wydaje mi się, że tak naprawdę zwiedziliśmy wszystko w muzeum. Nie pozostaje nic innego, jak porozmawiać ze sprzedawcą. Jeszcze pozostaje ta księga, którą chcielibyśmy zobaczyć. Ale nie pierwszą stronę, w całości.
Here's some info about the library. And here are the local places of interest. This seems to be a tourist information office, as well as a museum, but there's nothing really interesting.
No właśnie, nie ma tu nic ciekawego. Bobby.
A god. He looks a bit simple-minded. Hi, are you the god here?
Oh, hello. My name is Bobby.
Oh, hello, Bobby. I'm Darren.
Hi, Darren.
Śmieszny akcent ma. Nazywam się Bobby. Bobby.
Are you the god here, Bobby?
Yes, I have to make sure that everything runs shape here.
An important job.
Yes, Mrs. Puffed at the town hall gave me the job because I'm so big and strong.
Of course. No one would mess with you, right?
No, I'm very happy that I can work here. Tom says I'm too stupid, but Mrs. Puff says I'll do a good job.
Tom from the chili stand over there? Oh, you shouldn't worry about what he says.
But he's my brother. He looks after me, and I'm a big burden, he says.
No dobra, Bobby jest chyba nie do końca sprawny fizycznie i umysłowo, więc może da się zmusić, żeby pokazał nam kronikę.
What does Tom do for you that makes you such a burden?
Oh, he does a lot. I'm allowed to stay at his place and help in the pub.
Does he pay you?
No, Tom doesn't have much money. He says I cost too much because I eat too much. But now I give him the money that I get here, then it's perhaps not so bad anymore.
He takes all of your money so you can live at his place. I don't find that fair.
It's okay. It's better than having to do those other things again.
What kind of things?
He used to make me help him doing bad things. I don't like it. I'm a god. Gods can't steal.
Tom stole things and you had to help him.
Oh, no.
Bobby, it's okay.
Thank you, Darren.
Kurde, trochę mi szkoda Bobiego, naprawdę. Tom jest jego bratem i wykorzystuje to, że no, Bobby jest jaki jest, tak? Jeszcze musi mu oddawać swoje wszystkie zarobione pieniądze. A i coś czuję, że będziemy musieli się zemścić nad Tomem.
That big book over there in the display case, the Gordon's Chronicle. What can you tell me about that?
Everything about the Gordon family's in it. Lady Victoria gave it to the museum, but it's only allowed to be shown here, not back there.
I can imagine that Lady Victoria doesn't want to see her family chronicle in that crappy, ghoulish black museum. May I have a closer look?
I'm not allowed to take it out of the showcase.
Have you got a key for it?
Yes, Mrs. Puff trusts me. I've got keys for everything. Except the front door. And Mrs. Puff always puts the alarm on because of the insurance, she says.
So the chronicle is never taken out of the display case. Perhaps I can ask...
No, the book mustn't be taken out. Lady Victoria has forbidden it. She says it's an evil book.
So you've got a key for the display case, but you're not allowed to open it.
Exactly.
What can you tell me about the museum?
I think it's nice. I don't really like it back there, though. It's so spooky.
Do lots of people visit?
Yes. So sometimes 5 or 6 a day.
Oh. Has anyone ever broken in?
No, I keep watch.
Nights as well?
No, there's an alarm.
Czyli wychodzi na to, żebyśmy musieli wyłączyć w jakiś sposób alarm i wkraść się tutaj w nocy.
Tell me, Bobby, the cabinet back there, has it been broken long?
Yes, for 4 weeks already.
How did it happen?
I don't know. One morning I came in and it was just broken.
So someone broke in and stole what was in it?
Yes. I completely forgot about that. But it's not so.
What kind of ball?
A big black one.
Thanks for the info.
You're welcome, Darren.
Duża czarna kulka.
About the black ball,
Yes?
did the police come?
No. Mrs. Puff said they aren't interested in that.
Oh. Well, who is interested in it then?
Mrs. Valley, I think. She looked at it.
Thank you, Bobby. Alright, I'm out of here. See you around.
See you soon, Darren.
Okej, czyli od Bobiego dowiedzieliśmy się kilka fajnych, ciekawych i przydatnych informacji. Myślę, że jeszcze będziemy musieli pogadać z kilkoma osobami, żeby w końcu dowiedzieć się, co to była za czarna kulka i tak dalej, i tak dalej. Słuchajcie, moi drodzy, w tym miejscu zakończymy ten odcineczek. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobał. Dzięki wielkie za uwagę. Trzymajcie się. Piona!